Hey everyone, what's up? Newbie Snake here. How are you all doing today? Thank you everyone for your patience. I know a lot of you have been waiting for my video covering this current event. I apologize for not being able to record and upload any sooner. I'm just having a very busy week, and in fact, I'm still in the midst of my very busy week right now. But I have to release this video for all of you before it's too late. So thank you all once again for your patience. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Today, I'll go through the gacha with you all and also go through the event details. So let's get started. So right here, we have the Class 10 Ino Shika Cho gacha event, as well as the current ranking event, which I'll go through in a second. And what's really cool, guys, fun fact, is that I just found out that Ino Shika Cho actually translates to pig, deer, and butterfly. Pig, deer, butterfly. So butterfly is for Choji, deer is Shikamaru, and surprisingly pig is Ino right there. So I thought it's a fun fact to share with you all. All right, so over here we have something, kind of special this time. You know how we have these 3 units that are new right now. For the first multi-pull that you're going to do, it's only going to cost you 30 gems. All right. For the second multi-pull, it's also only going to cost you 30 gems. And for the third multi-pull, it's only going to cost us 30 gems. All right. But after that, your 4th pull, 5th pull, etc., it's all going to be back to regular price at 50 gems each multi-pull. And you'll be guaranteed 4 stars and above. All right, it's not going to guarantee you 5 stars. But what's really cool is for the first 3 multi-pulls, you're going to get guaranteed newest characters. For the first multi-summon, you're going to be guaranteed the newest Ino. For the second multi-summon, you're going to be guaranteed the newest Shikamaru. And for the third multi-pull that you're going to do, you're going to get the newest Choji. All right, it's for sure. Okay. So I'm going to go through the details with you guys. Excuse me. So first up, we have Ino. So that's her stats right here. Attack is not looking impressive at all, but don't worry, guys. You're not going to be using her as an attacker. Skill number 1, we have secret type technique. Trigger speed is fastest. Chakra cost is 80. What she does is she has a chance to cause a single enemy to be under the charmed effect. Okay, so this is a single enemy target skill. It has a chance to cause charmed effect, and it also has a high chance to cause this new status effect called control. All right, because this is her body switch technique, so it has a high chance to cause controlled status to your single target enemy. What it does is it actually just debuffs your opponent's attack by 20%. So you might be wondering, like, why are they introducing a new status when it's only a tiny 20% debuff on the attack? All right, but I'll explain to you guys in a second. It actually works well with the newest Shikamaru and the newest Choji. It has a synergy with them. And if you guys have noticed, for the newer characters that have been introduced, they're like getting all these new status effects now, and then it only works with like certain characters. I think they're adding more and more units like that to, I don't know, make it more fun. And yeah, but sometimes the status effects might not be the best, but then it works. It's cool, I guess. All right, so second skill right here, we have the no type skill. Trigger speed is slow. Chakra cost is 80. What she does is she will recover the HP and chakra by a medium amount to your whole team. And also, this is actually the more impressive part, also, aside from herself, she's gonna decrease your whole team's chakra cost by 30%. All right, 30%, that's kind of huge. All right, I'm not too sure if we've seen this before or seen a 30% before. All right, so that's actually what this second skill's main purpose is for, because the chakra and HP is only going to be recovered by a medium amount, so that's not a lot. Because Sakura, it's going to recover a large amount already, right? And then the exclusive Tsunade recovers a super large amount. So in comparison, she only has a medium amount, so you probably wouldn't be using her as like a main healer. but then she's actually a pretty good support unit. So ability over here, leader skill, she buffs the whole, buffs all Konoha units, buffs their agility by 30%, and also decrease their chakra cost by 5%. Okay, and ability number 1, for the first 5 turns, she has a 50% increase in her agility, and then all incoming skill damage is lessened. All right, so she takes less damage from incoming skill damage for the first 5 turns. Okay, and ability number 2, she buffs her defense and agility by 30%. So let's move on to Shikamaru. So for Shikamaru, that's his stats, much more impressive comparing to Ino. And then his first skill is a secret type skill. Trigger speed is fast, chakra cost 85. He deals 7% plus 800 damage to a single target enemy. And there's a chance to cause the enemy's defense and agility to go down by 30%. Okay, and this is the fine print. If they're under the new controlled status, your enemies, the debuff that you do to enemy will have a 2 times effect. Okay, so instead of decreasing the defense and agility by 30%, this value is going to times 2 now. All right, so I believe that's 60%. And then skill number 2 over here, it's a no type skill. Trigger speed is fastest, chakra cost is 70. And he buffs the whole team's agility by 60%, and also buffs all Konoha units' secret type skill damage by 60% as well. This is pretty good. And ability over here, for leader skill, this is actually really nice. He buffs all Konoha units. He buffs their max HP, attack, defense, and agility by 15%. All right. So even though 15% is on the lower end of things, but we haven't really seen a person that buffs all 4 stats, right? That's actually pretty good. Buffs their max HP, attack, defense, and agility by 15%. So he is a pretty good leader. I guess both, in the anime or / manga as well as in game for this unit, at least. Ability number 1, when his HP is below 20%, his HP and chakra will be fully recovered once. Okay, so it's much like the Sage Mode Naruto, because I believe Sage Mode Naruto is also below 20% or below 15%, I forgot. But when Sage Mode Naruto is under, it's below a certain HP amount, his HP will be fully recovered. Again, only once, because, or else you will never die, right? So yeah, so I think Shikamaru is the only one who has both HP and chakra fully recovered. I'm not too sure if Sage Mode Naruto also has chakra recovered. I forgot. But anyways, the fine print over here says that if your HP is below 0, then this will not trigger. All right, so you would die. So this is not like Rock Lee or the other characters. I believe Zabuza, where when they're below 0 HP, they'll kind of come back to life and have some of their HP recovered, right? So it's kind of like a mini revival kind of thing. But Shikamaru here will not revive. So if he dies, he dies. All right. But if he is below 20% of his HP and before you hit 0 on your HP scale, you will recover your HP and chakra to the max. Okay. This effect happens once. Ability number 2 is his agility and max HP is increased by 30%. Okay, so finally we have Choji over here. So that's his stats. His attack is actually really high. I think it's the highest in game so far. At level 100, he has 19k. All right, but HP and defense is on the lower end. It's much like a level 80 character. But then we've been using level 80 characters for a long time now, so you guys might be used to it. So just equip some nice, HP and defense ninja gear for him, and maybe he can last longer. Or just build him like a really bursty type of attacker. Just make his attack like super strong and not even care about HP and defense. I don't know which works better. But anyways, over here we have skill number 1. It's a secret type skill. Trigger speed is normal. Chakra cost is 80. He deals 8 times a multiplier attack damage to a single target enemy. All right. So for those of you who are newer to the game, let me quickly explain this for you guys. There are 2 types of damage in game. Actually 3 types now, but then let's just go with the common 2 types. One's the percentage type of attack. Fine, I'll explain all 3, all right? For the first one, it's a flat damage, okay? So for example, we have the exclusive Kakashi or the event Naruto. They deal flat damage, like 10k to the opponent. So regardless of the defense, regardless of their resistancy, regardless of anything, they will deal like a flat 10k damage, all right? Or flat however amount of damage that the game has set them to be. All right, so that's the first type. The second type, which is your more common type, it's your percentage type. So for example, Shikamaru that I just covered does 7% plus 800 damage to your target, right? So for example, if Madara has like really high defense, he's still going to deal 7% plus 800 damage. So for example, if he deals about 9,000 damage to Madara, all right, then let's say he moves on to fighting Sasuke, who has, for example, like a really low defense, he will probably still deal around the same damage, like 9k damage to him, okay? But in this case, for Choji's case, for people who have those multiplier damage, enemy's defense is, your skill is highly affected by your enemy's defense. So for example, if Madara has high defense, you know, Choji is probably only going to deal like 3,000 damage to him. But let's say if he is going to hit Sasuke, who has like really low defense, he's probably going to deal 10k to him, you know? So that's the difference between the 3 types of damage that I just explained. And so yeah, but for the details regarding how the math works and stuff like that, please don't ask me. My math sucks. I'm not going to be able to calculate all those fine details for you guys. So yeah, that's the general knowledge, okay? So anyway, so the part 2 of this skill is if your opponent is under the controlled status, all right? Again, it's only be, you know, it can only be caused by Ino at this moment because it just got introduced. Then your opponent is going to take 2.2 times that damage, all right? So instead of 8 times your attack damage as your attack, it's going to be 8 times 2.2 times if your opponent is under the controlled status, okay? So skill number 2 is a no type skill. Trigger speed is fastest, chakra cost is 70. He buffs his own attack damage by 100%. All right, so attack stats right here by 100%. And if his agility is under a buffed status, so for example, if he was buffed by his teammate Shikamaru, the newest Shikamaru at least, where he buffs his agility, then this buffed value is increased by 2 times. So instead of 100%, it's now going to be 100% times 2. All right, so you guys are going to do the math. So if let's say Ino has caused the control status on your opponent, and if Shikamaru buffed Choji's agility, and if you use skill number 2, his attack is going to be increased by 100% and then times 2 on that, or times 2 on this 100% and then times this, and then he's going to deal the 8 times attack damage and then times 2.2 times again. So that's a lot of math going on. And again, please don't ask me how much that is because I will not be able to give you an answer. All right, so leader skill over here. He buffs all Konoha units, buffs their attack and secret type skill damage by 20%. Ability number 1, he buffs his own secret type skill damage by 50%. Ability number 2, for every unit that's from Konoha village, his attack will be increased by 20%. All right, that includes himself. So this is much similar to the White Day units. White Day, Sasori, Deidara, and Itachi, right? So for every Konoha unit that's on your team, his attack is going to be increased by 20%. So if you have 4 units from Konoha, it's going to be what? Like 4 times 20%. So that's probably 80%. So I don't know if it's 20% off the 20% off the 20% like that, or if it's going to be like a straight multiplier, like where it's like 4 units times 20% equals 80%. All right. Again, please don't ask me. I don't know the details. So you guys might be able to provide me with the details after you guys try it out, right? So feel free to comment down below, and it'll be much appreciated. So that's about it for this gacha. Let's go straight to the ranking event. We haven't had a ranking event for a while because we were having this raid boss event earlier where we were fighting Madara, right? So this time we're finally having a ranking event again. Yay. All right, so for some of you, that yay will probably be sarcastic because you guys don't like ranking events, some of you, but some actually likes it, right? So this time it's much like the Sakura ranking event where it's based on your highest damage. So far my highest damage is only what? 71k. Okay, so you're ranked against all other people who deals the highest damage. So for me, my damage is so low that I'm at 81.303%. And so yeah, you have to do a lot of damage. So let's go through the special featured characters first. So remember I told you guys about the multi-summons. First multi-summon, you're going to get Ino for sure. Second, you're going to get Shikamaru for sure. The third one, you're going to get Choji for sure, right? So this time, all 3 characters will have the 12 times the multiplier score. And so it applies to all 3. And the max you can get up to is 20 times, all right? If your Nindo level is at 10, okay? And interestingly, I checked the notice. They didn't say that it's stackable this time. So I'm not too sure if it is stackable or not this time because they didn't say it. Usually they'll say it right here very clearly saying it's stackable, and then they'll give you an example. Like they'll put, for example, if Shikamaru gives you 4 times damage plus Ino who gives you 2 times, it'll be 6 plus 2 times equals 8 times, and then it'll be 8 times the damage. All right, but this time they didn't give us that example at all. They just give you the example of how multiplier works. So maybe it's not stackable this time. Not too sure. You guys will probably have to let me know. Yeah, maybe it's not stackable so that the people who have 90 gems can't just be like 12 plus 12 plus 12 equals 36 times. That'll be huge, right? But I might be wrong. It might be stackable, right? So I don't know. It benefits the people who have more gems, I guess. If that's the case. Okay, so here are the 5 characters that gives you 3 times all the way up to 5 times. And then here are the characters that give you 2 times all the way up to 3 times. And then here are the characters, the 4 stars characters, who gives you 1.2 times all the way up to 2 times at 10 Nindo level. Okay, so this is just to tell you how it works. So for example, if you're doing 1,000 damage, and if you have Choji, it's going to be 1,000 times 12, which ends up being 12,000 damage. Okay, so again, the third tab just shows you the graph. And let's go through the ranking bonus first. So if you are at 76.11% to 100%, you'll be getting a 4 stars guaranteed gacha ticket. That's me right here. That kind of sucks. I need to work my way up. And if you're 50.01% to 76.1%, you're going to get 2 4 stars guaranteed gacha ticket. 30.01% to 50%, you're going to get a 5 stars guaranteed gacha ticket. And then over here, where a mouse is, you're going to get 5 stars guaranteed gacha ticket times 2, and then 1 ninja stones. All right, at 10% at 10.01% to 20%, you're going to get the 5 stars Kakuzu, the event one. And then you're also going to get 3 5 stars guaranteed gacha ticket and 2 ninja stones. At 5.01% to 10%, you're going to get 2 of the Kakuzu and 1 all-type skill scroll and 3 ninja stones. 2.01% to 5%, you're going to get 3 Kakuzu, 1 all-type skill scroll, 1 Kakuzu's gold, it's a ninja gear, and then 6 ninja stones. At 1.01% to 2%, you're going to be getting 4 Kakuzu, 2 all-type skill scroll, 1 ninja gear, which is the Kakuzu's gold, and then 1 title, as well as 7 ninja stones. at 0.51% to 1%, you're gonna get 6 5-stars Kakuzu, 3 all-type skills grow, 1 ninja gear, 2 titles, and 8 ninja stones. At 0.11% to 0.50%, you're gonna get 8 Kakuzu, 4 all-type skills grow, 1 ninja gear that's not the ninja gear that I've been talking about. What is this? Bingo Buku. I actually don't know what this is yet. I'll show you guys in a second. And then but it's a newer one that you don't get at the lower ranking. And then you get 3 titles and 9 ninja stones. At 0.01% to 0.10%, you get 10 Kakuzu, 1 Nindo increase item. So in total, you can increase him to 10 Nindo level if you're gonna spend 9 Kakuzu on himself and then 1 Nindo level increase item to him. All right, but that's only if you're able to get to 0.01% to 0.10%, right? Anyways, and then you get 5 all-type skills grow, 1 of that earlier ninja gear that I don't know anything about yet, and then 1 Kakuzu gold ninja gear, and 4 titles, as well as 10 ninja stones. All right, and finally we have the personal rewards. Right now I only have 71 points, and how it's calculated, it's let's see. All right, so how it's calculated is based on 1,000th of your total highest damage. So for example, if my highest damage for that round that I played was 71,000, then you take 1,000th of that, which is you times it by 0.001, right? So I will be getting 71 points for that match. All right, and then you do another round. Let's say you can only deal 20k. All right, then 1,000th of that will be 20, right? Then it'll be 71 plus 20. Then you still have a long way to go. So the higher the damage, the faster you're gonna get all these points. Okay. So again, if you're able to spend that 90 gems and you just want to grind this event out, then you might be able to get all these things really in a really short time. But if, for example, for me, I actually don't plan on pulling on the newest gacha, I might not be able to get any of these. For me, from 71 points, if I even have to get to 7,000 or 70,000, I'll have to play a lot of match, right? How many matches is that? You have to play 1,000. No, sorry, I have to play 100. No, actually, wait a second. I told you my math sucks, right? Let's see. Give me a second. If I do, yeah, this is gonna suck for me, guys. So if, let's say, on average, I can only do 71k damage each time. So that means if I only get 71 points every time, I have to play 1,000 times just for me to get to 70k points. So I might as well just forget about this. Yeah, and the reason why I don't really want to spend my gems on the newest gacha, it's because you see I only have 30 gems, and you guys know that I have spent a lot of gems on the Super Ninja Festival, right? I've pulled 5 multi-pulls, and then I did a lot of single pulls, and I haven't gotten a single new featured units yet, and I still would like to try it out in the Super Ninja Festival, you see. So yeah, that's why I might end up not even doing this one. It's pointless for me if I have to play 1,000 times. Okay, let me go through the personal rewards with you guys, and I'll go through the event rewards like Kakuzu and stuff. Okay, I hope I don't forget, because I remember I forgot in one of my videos, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the rewards over here with you guys. Then you guys just match the points with the rewards you're gonna get. Okay, so at 50 points, you're gonna get 10,000 gold, and then you get a title. You get 1 ninja stone, one ninja stone, and then a title. And you will be getting a ninja gear here. That's the Ino Shikacho Piasu. What is that? Okay, so that. Okay, and then you'll be getting Here, you know what, guys? Sorry, my bad. Let's go through the rewards first and then go through the points. Okay, then you guys will know a bit more. So let's go through the Kakuzu first. So Kakuzu right here, that's his stats. And finally, guys, we finally have a 5 stars Kakuzu. I can't believe it. A lot, you know, some of you have been talking about this. All right, so for the first skill, it's a wind type skill. Trigger speed is fast. Chakra cost is 90. He deals 5% plus 2,000 damage to the whole enemy team. That actually is pretty good. 5. Wow. Hey, I kind of want him. 5% plus 2,000 damage to the whole enemy's team. And then let's see over here. Okay, over here we have he also debuffs his opponent's trigger speed. Okay, so decreases their trigger speed down by 1. All right. How come this one looks kind of different from the previous one we have seen? Okay. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to quickly cut off the video and do a bit of research and come back to it. So I checked my own Madara, and apparently this right here, the 2 letters, is different. Remember, Madara can actually debuff your opponent's trigger speed, right? Debuff the trigger speed to 1 stage lower. So let's say if your trigger speed is fast, you can downgrade them to normal, right? And then we have Minato, right? I remember, was it Minato or the other person who can buff? No, it wasn't Minato. Someone else who can buff it was Naruto. Buff the trigger speed by 1 stage higher, right? But this time, the vocabulary that they used in the game, it's different from our usual trigger speed, where we have seen, all the time here, as well as Madara, as well as on Naruto. This over here literally translates to chant. You know how they use skills and they have to use, the what is that? The hand signs or whatever, your chants to actually trigger, right? So it's saying the skill chant speed will be downgraded by 1. But I don't even know what that even means. Like, we don't even have that. So I think it's the trigger speed. All right. I think it's related to it because this is the first time we've seen anything like this. But I mean, it's the same thing where, how the bar has, when you're fighting, there's the red bar and the blue bar, right? There's a standby bar and the action bar. The standby bar is when you wait till it's your turn, and then you pick a skill, and then your trigger speed happens then, right? So this thing affects that stage anyway. So I don't know, if you guys have him, please let me know. I don't think it'll make a difference. I think this also still means that you'll decrease their trigger speeds stage decreased by 1. All right, I believe so. Maybe, in the next patch, they're gonna change the wording again, because you remember sometimes they know they have messed up the wording a bit and then they change it back to how it's supposed to be. So I don't know if this is the case. Hopefully it is. Okay, because it's a new thing anyways that they just introduced. So over here we have second skill. Trigger speed is slow. Chakra cost is 100. So that's all your chakra. And what he does is this is pretty cool. He recovers his HP by a super amount. So yeah, it's super amount. Not super large amount, not too sure. I think it's the same as EX Tsunade. Anyways, and in the meantime, his wind type skill damage is increased by 80%. So it's pretty good self buff. His leader skill is he buffs all Akatsuki units, buffs their attack, defense, and agility by 20%. Ability number 1, maximum. Oh, wow. Maximum chakra capacity increased by 50. So that means instead of using 100, instead of everyone having like 100 chakra, he's going to have 150 chakra. So this will not take full chakra because, yeah, that's pretty cool. New thing that we just, see here again. Ability number 2, he buffs his own attack and wind type skill damage by 60%. Pretty cool. All right, so this is it, the one we were talking about, Bingo Book. Oh, Bingo Book. Okay, okay, I get it. Right, because he had his bounty hunting book, right? So that's his Bingo Book, guys. So if you equip this to anyone else, the wind type skill damage is going to be increased by 20%. If you equip this to the 4 stars or the 5 stars Kakuzu, his max HP and attack is going to be increased by 30%. And also all skill type damage increased by 80%. Again, for himself, if you equip this to him. So that's pretty cool. And that's a skill increase type ninja gear right there. And then we have Kakuzu's gold, okay, right here. If you equip this to anyone else, the amount of gold that you get from a mission is increased by 20%. And if you equip this to Kakuzu, the amount of gold you get is increased by 20%. And your attack and agility is increased by 50%. Man, I was kind of, disappointed. I thought you would get like 25% or 50%. It will be so worth, guys. This is actually a really good item. Hey, if you have 4 of these, imagine, equip this to all of your units, and then you go into a mission, you're going to get lots of gold out of that. Huh, interesting. Imagine if we have an item that a ninja gear that increases the item drop. That will be so OP. Anyways, enough of daydreaming. Let's go. So over here we have the Ino Shikacho Piasu. I still don't know what this is. What's Piasu? What is that? What does it sound like in English? Anyways, if you equip this to anyone, the max HP and agility is increased by 20%. And if you equip this to the following, you will be getting the max HP, agility, and recovery skills, recovery rate increased by 50%. All right. So max HP, agility increased by 50%, and any recovery skills, recovery rate or value is increased by 50% as well. Okay, and over here we have this one, max HP, defense increased by 20%, max HP, defense increased by 50%, and you're immune to all debuffs if you equip this to Shikamaru. Pretty good. That one's pretty good. And finally, we have this one, max HP and attack increased by 20%, and if you equip this to Choji's, you'll be getting max HP, attack, and secret type skill damage increased by 50%. Wow, just think about this. Like, that's a lot of multiplier stuff just on Choji, like himself, and then getting boost by teammates, etc. That's a lot. Too bad his is like a 8 times multiplier damage. 8 times is really high, don't get me wrong, guys. Like 8 times, we haven't really seen a lot of them. That's pretty high. But again, because nowadays the enemies have high defense and it's really hard. But think about it. If Choji's attacks are based on percentage, man, and with all those equipment and buffs, he's going to be so OP. Probably that's why they can't make him that OP to balance him out, right? Because it wouldn't make sense if he's stronger than, Naruto, right? It wouldn't make much sense if he's stronger than Sasuke or stronger than Madara. So, sorry, Choji, that it's because you're Choji, the developers need to balance you out, All right, so what else? Right, the personal rewards. Okay, now we can get to personal rewards. And then finally, I'd like to talk about the Sasuke and Naruto's ninja gear. All right. So over here, let's start again from the beginning. We have 10,000 gold, 1 title here, 1 ninja stone, 1 title, and then we have the Ino ninja gear now. All right. So now I can actually tell you guys what it is at 2,000 points. And then we have the title right here. This is what the 4-man team title. It's literally says 4-man team. And then we have 1 ninja stone, and then Rock Lee training material. And then we have Shikamaru's ninja gear here at 4,000 points. And then we have 2 Rock Lee training material. We have another title. And then we have the Choji's ninja gear. And then we have 2 4 stars guaranteed gacha ticket. We have 1 ninja stone. We have one title. And then we have another title. We have 5 Rock Lee training material. 1 of the book of secret book of the ninja world to awaken your character's capacity from level 80 all the way to, well, not all the way to level 100, but increases the cap limit to 100. And then we have 1 ninja stone, and then we have 1 5 stars Kakuzu at 50,000 points. And then we have 1 ninja stone, and then we have a title. We have ninja stone. We have 5 Rock Lee training material. We have the bingo book, all right, at 100,000 points. And then we have another title. We have all type skill scroll times 5. We have 5 Monkey Kings at 250,000 points. And then we have 3 ninja stones, 3 ninja stones, 3 ninja stones, 3 ninja stones, and 5 ninja stones. And then finally, we have 1 Rock Lee training material at 600,000 points, and every 100,000 points after that, you'll be getting 1 Rock Lee training material each time. All right. So that's it. And finally, let's talk about the gear. All right. And again, sorry, because I was, I am still having a very busy week. That's why I couldn't go over, this 1-day event or 2 days event for both Sasuke and Naruto. But I'll quickly go over the ninja gear here. So I can just click on this tab. Okay, just waiting for it to load. Ninja gear, make. All right, so over here they have introduced 2 new ninja gear. All right, so it's like the statue of the frog. What is it? The Gamma something. Okay, if you're able to get this ninja gear, that's from the previous 2 days event that you have to fight Naruto, I believe, then you'll be getting this one. All right, what it does is for fire type, electric type, and Sharingan type skill damage, the incoming skill damage is lessened. All right, if you equip this to the following Narutos, fire type, electric type, Sharingan type skill damage is halved. All right, incoming skill damage is halved, and then your summoning type skill damage is increased by 100%. And obviously this only works for, the newest featured Naruto that I don't have, because I don't think a lot of Narutos here do summoning type, right? Probably only this guy does. And probably, no, he also uses wind type, even though he's using the summoning scroll. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Sounds pretty okay, but not too special or anything. Well, it is special, but it's really you can only use it in unique circumstances or on that single Naruto. All right, so over here we have the snake statue or something. And then what it does for regular users is taijutsu type skill damage, incoming skill damage is lessened. And also your agility is increased by 20%. If you equip this to the following Sasuke's, incoming taijutsu type skill damage is halved. And then your agility is increased by 40%. And also summoning type skill damage is increased by 80%. All right. And in order to make these, you need these materials. So this one right here, this one right here, and these ones right here. And in order to get these materials, you just need to keep grinding and farming the current Sasuke event. For the Naruto one, that frog statue, you will need to just keep grinding that one. But again, it's over now for that one. Not too sure if they will be coming back, if they'll be just rotating, right? Between 2 days each. I'm not too sure, but in the far future, they might come back. But anyways, if You just keep grinding, you'll be able to get this materials. And then one thing that they have added, which I think it's a bit more fair for us who have been grinding a lot. Well, not for us because I don't really grind that much, but for you guys who grind a lot, it's the trading shop. They've added the middle tab, again, only for about 2 days, I believe. If you get like a lot of the snake statue, but you never get this rope or anything, or something like that, then you can just trade it. So much like when you're grinding for frogs and snakes to awaken your characters, you can trade them, right? So this is the same deal. So if you're getting a lot of the same materials, then you can just trade it for the other one. So vice versa. So same thing for the Naruto one. So I think that's pretty good because remember, like some of those material stages we've been grinding a lot and they don't give you a certain type and you can't get them, really sucks. Like for example, I was grinding the Sasori's heart or something. I always get one of the other one, but I never get the others, and then we don't even get to trade. So now they've added this. It's awesome. Again, it's only gonna, you guys can only get this in the limited time. It's gonna be gone once that thing is gone, that event is gone. So yeah, that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to comment down below. I'll try my best to reply to all of you guys as soon as possible. But again, my week is busy and my next few weeks is going to be busy. I have lots of shows coming up, so lots of band practices, lots of gigs I need to perform in. So I might not be able to reply ASAP. And therefore, that's why I had this video delayed. Sorry again. And again, thank you so much for all of your patience. I really do mean it. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And so, yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything, feel free to comment down below. And I'm sure if my responses are late, you awesome folks are going to answer the other people's questions. I know it because I've seen it happen, and I really appreciate that too. Like, thank you all so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. So yeah, take care all of you guys. I'll see you guys at my next video. So have a great day, great week, great weekend, great night. Whenever you're watching me, have a good night. Bye now. Take care.